Had like 2 beers.
Ready, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
Go. Yes.
All right, we'll get started. Abby, can you hear us?
Hi, I can barely hear you.
Barely hear me.
Yeah, it's like there's another microphone or something on somewhere.
Is the microphone on somewhere?
Mike Dawson. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
That sounds better to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I muted Mike Dawson. Now it's just council, Mike.
All right, we'll call today's meeting to order.
Mike Dawson,
I'm here.
Tom McDonald,
Here.
Jennifer Finley. Here. Jim Molitor,
Here.
Carol Langford.
Yes.
Danielle Matt,
Here.
Bing Matt, James Steele Jr.,
Nah.
Martin Charlo,
Present.
Len Tooties. He's running late, but he'll be here. Lanish Trahan.
Thank you, Jen. Yeah, Mike's snowed in over there in Campus Prairie. No, I mean. Carol, would you mind leading us off in a prayer?
Creator, today we just give thanks for this beautiful day, moisture and Martin's new coat. And we just thank you for everything that you do for us. And we are very happy that our people are hopefully warm and safe. And we just ask you to lift them up and give them the strength that they need to get through these winter months. And we also pray for our country at this time, and just give us all hope that things will go in a good way, in a good path, and a good journey. And we also always pray for our elders and our children to keep them safe and strong, and our culture and our language. We also ask you to lift those up. Komiate.
Thank you, Carol, for starting us out in a good way. We have our minutes from January 28th for your review and approval.
Mr. Chair, I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion by James to improve the January 28th minutes. Second by Jimmy. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Seven, 4, I'm abstaining, and Martin's abstaining also. All right, we have today's agenda. We might have a walk-in, I'm not sure. No walk-in? Okay. We have a agenda. Is there any changes, modifications, alterations to the agenda? Okay. Jennifer has a couple things for exec. Any other additions to the agenda? Motion by Martin to approve the agenda with modifications. Second by Bing. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? I believe we are unanimous. All right, let's go ahead and do Jennifer, executive. Okay, we'll move into executive.
But I wanted to be proactive. I understand that there may be some questions. I wanted to make an update for you about the freeze and provide some parameters for a decision-making discussion. And if you'd like to do that in executive, we can. I brought something to share with you, but I thought it'd be proactive and try to be helpful as that comes to light.
Well, we got time right now, huh? Might as well, Greg. We'll go back into executive. Thank you, Lenny. Are you Tara, Mark?
Yes, I am.
Damn, what happened?
I don't know. She got a lot uglier. Okay, in your packet on page 3, this was brought in last week, week before. This was a food vendor on the Polson 1914B site. It was talked about where the lady was going in Polson there, wanted to do sweet and savory food concept, including gourmet tacos and a dessert with beverages. She was requesting request a bond insurance and health inspection of the monthly rent be waived until 2 weeks after delivery of her unit. She is in the pre-ordering stage of it. She wants to be able to guarantee that she has a unit spot available for her before she purchases. And this, if you guys don't know where the lot is, this is right across the street from the Quatucknuck right there and behind Betty's Diner. She is, for the expense related to the build and cost of the initial funds on the investment, she requests that the agreement be executed by all parties. So to secure the lot space prior to commencement of the build out of the unit, because she wants to make guarantee that she has that spot where she's going to be. She has a rental in place. She has the 1-year permit set up, so it is guaranteed. She did request originally that she had a lower off-season rate and then a spiked rate from May to October type. But instead, at that time, when we brought it in council last time, it was discussed that it should be like all the rest of them, that she pays an annual, the monthly rental year round, since her unit will be there year round, no matter what, utilizing that trust property. So Tara went back and talked with the individual. The options that came up, she looked at the rentals for JJ Dogs, Oaks Korean Grill, the Baysider, the other tribal lots that are in Polson. They pay $400 a month with CPI. I think it's every 2-year CPI adjustment to stay with the current trend. Option 1 is to approve an 18-month revocable permit with stipulations, but not limited to permit beginning March 1st, 2025 to May 26th of 2025, rent at $400 monthly. May 26th through October 31st, she was requesting the $200 a month. The other would be option 2, 18-month revocable permit as long as all requirements for permitting are met, rent at $400 with waive of first 2 months until build is complete, required insurance, required bond, required food license, and inspection. Option 3, approval of 18-month revocable permit as long as all requirements permitting are met, rent at $400, required insurance, bond, required food license, and inspection when building is complete. So the 3 options that are up is the one that she still wanted to have the $400 a month during peak season and then off season at $200. That was not something the council was looking favorable at. Option 2 would be doing the 18-month revocable permit, $400 a month. Waive the first 2 months for the build, for the required insurance, required bond, and any rental for those first 2 months. Or option 3, $400 a month right at the start, has to have all the insurance, the bonding, everything, nothing waived at the start of the contract as of March 1st. Tribal lands would look either at option 2 as the primary, option 3 as the secondary, and option 1 as the least favorable, with the discussion that happened with council. So tribal lands is just requesting approval to move forward with option 2 or option 3.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. James has his hand up first. Len. Go ahead, James.
Yeah, thank you. I go with the department's recommendations. Mark, how much do we own of this property again? I've forgotten.
I believe we own 70% of 1914B, with the hopes that we will be moving forward with the completion of the acquisition of the rest of it, minus a small, I think it's like a 3% ownership, and I can't think of the lady's name. But that property's been offered to the tribes, and we had just received the appraisals back on 1914A, 1914B, 1916, and partial ownership that they have out in Big Arm. So those all just came back.
Okay. Yeah, I know 20 years ago when we were buying some of the minor interest holders in it, we were the majority, and the folks were not happy with us. They thought we should have let them have option to buy those minor interests first, and we bought them. And I think some of them were up in Browning. We had to track them down and get stuff signed and such. But anyway, thanks, Mark.
Yep.
Go ahead, Len.
Make the motion for option 2.
Motion by Len to approve option 2 as recommended by the department. Second by Jennifer. Any further discussion? See none, all is in favor? It's unanimous, I believe. Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. Maybe we'll get some other vendors when she gets going.
That's what I'm hoping for. We're having power put in this spring also. So
The lid off this baby.
that's what I said. We got to get this thing flying now.
Lynn, you're up. Come on up. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Back in, I think last May, I brought in the potential Bustamante purchase. It's a trust piece right on the reservation line, down by Perma or below Perma. We are getting close to closing, and so I'm hoping today that we can pass a resolution to purchase this with Bonneville Power Mitigation Funds.
Motion by Len, approve the resolution to purchase the property by the reservation boundary. Second by Jimmy. Any further discussion? See none, all's in favor? Looks like we got, I gotta look at my screen here.
I abstain, Tom. He's a relative.
You're abstaining, okay, looks like we got a majority 4 with 1 abstention and Jennifer out of the room. Motion passes, resolution passes.
Thank you. If you have like 2 more minutes, I'd like to bring up something real quick about a parcel I brought in last week.
You need executive for that?
I don't think so, if I'm vague.
I wasn't here last week.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead into executive then, super quick.
Okay. Tabitha, go ahead.
Melissa.
Morning, members of the council. I'm here to present on the Bison Range Reach construction project. And I think last time I was on council with Casey, he told me that if it's compact related, we might need to go into executive. So I guess that's up to you guys to decide.
We'll go on executive. Better safe than sorry. Okay, Tabitha, let's start at your very first one.
Okay, so I'm requesting approval to initiate non-competitive negotiations with two loggers, Stinger at Bitterroot Contracting and Kendall Dupuy.
Motion by Martin, second by Carol. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all is in favor? I think that's unanimous.
Okay, the second request on page 11. This is a little sloppy on this one. But the actual request would be to just the first one, approve contract number 25003 with Glacier Excavating Inc. in the amount of 1.963326.75 to construct just phase one of the Jocko River Bison Range Reach project.
Motion by Martin, second by Carol. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all is in favor? Danielle, Len? No. Len? No. We've got 9-4-1 opposed. Len?
I oppose, Chairman, for the record, I think we had tribal member contractors that could have done this project.
Thank you, Len. Next one, motion passes. We have one more.
Yes, I do. Get to the page. So it's page 13. I'm asking for your approval to modify contract 23-138 to reflect the company reassignment from RDG to SWCA and to increase the not to exceed amount from 250,000 to 900,000.
Motion by Martin. Yeah, go ahead, Len.
Tabby, what was the purpose for the substantial increase?
The first two task orders that we approved just went through the design engineering and the environmental review process. So we were always going to need to modify at this point to cover all the construction oversight.
Okay.
Second by Carol. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all is in favor? Len? Nope. 9-4-1 opposed, Len? Thank you, Tabby.
Could I possibly ask another question? It doesn't require action. It would just be a short discussion.
Okay.
So this came up after I submitted the requests, but in a discussion with Glacier and with the fisheries staff, we realized it would probably be we think it would be safer to restrict public access, at least just to phase one while we're building phase one, because there's so much material coming in, being hauled in, and then there's so much ground disturbance with numerous pieces of equipment operating at the same time. And so we thought that, I think in past projects, it was as simple as just posting a sign at the walk-in entrance saying, please don't enter the site. So just, I guess, wanting to ask if that's something that you guys would approve of, or if it needs to be a more thorough, more formal process to temporarily restrict access during construction.
You know what, Tabby, I think you should come back in with maps and define what the terms are, you know, the dates and
Okay.
to what you want to restrict it to.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Tabitha. We will take a short break before we do Ron. Okay.
Esquex.
Esquex, Ron,
Is
what
this-
can we do today for you?
So we're trying to get into an MOU for a young man. His name is Jaron Whiteman. He's a military kid. And they've got a program that the last 180 days of their time in service, they can be assigned to an entity if it's a profession that they want to do when they get out of the service. Jaron is a wildland firefighter that fought fire with the Navajo Hotshots and then went into the service. And it's kind of a unique story where Jaron was going to get placed with the Bitterroot National Forest and everything was in play there. And then his brother, Anthony, who worked for us, got in a vehicle accident in Ravalli and died. So we went to the funeral home. There's Jaron wearing a Navajo Hotshot shirt. And we start talking. And he's talking about, well, I'm in the service, but they're going to put me here and this is how this is going to play. And but now he's taking care of Cece and Anthony's wife and would like to be more with the reservation rather than going to the Bitterroot so that he can attend to her. So, he said, well, what do you think? Could I come work with you guys? And so started talking with the individual that's running his program. He's out of Helena and talked about building an MOU to outline some of the understanding of how this is going to work. One, the military pays him still. He's still military, so he's still enlisted. Two, workman's comp, the Department of Defense will cover workman's comp. So basically what we need to do is just provide him a place to come learn. And I told him I'd help get him ready for fire. So we've done the baseline physical. Next, we'll pack test him and get him ready to go down. And he's applied and been accepted at Navajo. And he's going to end up fighting fire for the Navajo Hotshots. And I think he's going to go there in May. So that's kind of the story. So we don't pay him. We don't cover workman's comp. We're going to limit the exposure. I'm not going to send him on any fire. He doesn't earn overtime, hazard, any of that. He's still Department of Defense. So that's where I'm at. So I'm hoping that we could enter into this MOU. It's went to legal review. Dan Decker gave it to Lana Morjo, and she's said that it meets standard. And so it's coming to get it approved, get it signed.
Well, thanks for working with him, Ron. Sounds like a good thing to do. So, Carol? Yep. We're in open session now. Motion by Carol, approve a MOU worksite placement contract for Mr. Whiteman, second by Bing. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all is in favor? Unanimous.
That much.
Thank you, Ron. Start out the good year. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Can we
I
go
think
into executive?
we'll move into executive for legal updates. Executive. We're in open session now and we have a request.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Chairman, council members. So the request would be to allow the prosecutor's office to move forward with hiring the two positions that were advertised and closed on January 30th.
Motion by Carol. Second by Bing. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all is in favor? Unanimous.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, council members. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Dan.
Can we go back into executive?
All right, let's move back into executive.
And anybody can leave now that's not on council.
Okay, we have, we advertised for, Technologies Board, and we only had one applicant, it happened to be one of the incumbent.
And it's for 1 4-year term.
1 4-year term is council desire to reappoint. Motion by Carol. Second by Bing. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? That's unanimous. And then native fish keepers.
1 3-year term, 1 applicant, incumbent Tracy McDonald.
Motion by Carol. Second by Jennifer. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor? 9-4, I abstain. We have those appointments completed. Thank you, Jen. We will break for lunch and we have an exercise to do master planning for Ronan. Yep, go ahead, Len.
One other thing, Mr. Chairman, we received an email this morning from Lloyd Miller.
Oh, yeah, right.
Wanted us to be a part of the coalition. So if that's something we can take an action on if council is interested.
Okay.
I would be.
Mr. Chair.
Yep, go ahead, James.
Yeah, I'm supportive of that. And that one, I will be on the call with Brian Upton on the Zoom call.
You guys all know what Len's talking about? Email. Go ahead and describe it, Len.
The email that Lloyd Miller sent us this morning was they are establishing a coalition with various tribes to address the Trump administration regarding the DEI and the funding issues that we dealt with here last week. So they wanted to just create this coalition and at some point in time go in and address the administration. So I think that'd be beneficial if we were to be a part of this group.
It's equally shared. If you participate, you pay your own way. Okay. Sounds like all the other organizations. So AT&I. Motion by Carol. Second by Len. Any further discussion? See none, all those in favor? Unanimous. Okay. We'll break for lunch.
And then Natalie's on first before Patricia.
Oh, okay. We want to do is squeeze Greg back in to codify the parameters.
He's not part of that discussion, but he can be in after.
Yep.
Okay.
That'd be great. Then we had a request for assistance for snow removal.
So just real quick, tribal member Renee Pierre, who has a tribal home site out at Blue Bay. Currently, Renee is going through some medical issue. He's going through surgery. So right now he's 55 and he's temporarily disabled. Okay. He was requesting snowplow service from the elders, and their policy is he's got to be 55 and disabled, whether it's permanent or temporary. I don't know, but it's just kind of him being 55 and temporarily disabled.
We hope temporarily.
Temporarily, yeah.
I don't know how many people are in that situation that are ill temporarily and can't shovel their own driveway.
And it's just the one service he's requesting. He's not
Can I try
requesting.
and see if DHRD can do something before going with the elders and doing a waiver? Can I check?
Sure.
Before the day's out?
Makes sense. Thank you. That means you gotta do it right away. No. Thank you, Jen. All right, we'll break for lunch. Go out there, enjoy winter for like 45 minutes.
Chairman, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
Thank you, Chair, and Council, I'd like to, I'm kind of worried about this weather this afternoon, especially down south. So I'd like to make a motion that we release everybody by 3:30, so they'll be home safe before, or, 3:30, I think, just to get them home before dark.
All right, well, we have a motion to have an early release at 3:30, given the winter road conditions and hazardous conditions outside, seconded by Danielle. Any further discussion? 3:30? Did you say 3:30?
Yeah, 3:30 should be plenty.
What'd you say, 3?
3.
Oh,
Okay.
3, okay, 3.
3.
See, I can't
That's
hear
what I thought I
anymore.
said.
I gotta put my glasses on to hear you. 3:30, 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
Motion for 3 o'clock, seconded by Danielle. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
It's gonna be ugly. I just haven't talked with the guy that, he said it was really slick in Arlie, so it's just kind of worries me.
Okay. Looks like the motion passes. I can't, Mike, did you vote for that one? Can't remember. Oh, Mike's on. Out of the room, well, we got 7-4. Motion passes. Early release, 3 o'clock. Back into executive. All right, we have a request for extenuating circumstances to provide dire need for exceptions for three individuals, as mentioned. I don't know what kind of detail I could put into it. Okay. No, because it's been done before. Motion by Len, second by Jimmy. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all is in favor? Carol? Okay. 8-4, Carol abstaining. Motion passes.
And then your second was Len's request for snow plowing.
And that one requires council.
It's an exception to the, it's an exception to the policy to waive a short-term policy for snow plowing for an individual who has a temporary medical condition.
Motion by Len, second by Jimmy. Any further discussion? See none, all is in favor? Carol? No, it requires council approval to do it.
Short-term waiver exception for an individual who has a medical condition to have snow plowing. It's up to
Yeah,
you.
those
We can-
things in the
we can-
past were either exempted by Patricia or myself.
So do you want us just to do that? We can. It's up to you.
Well, if that's what you've done in the past.
Okay, let's leave it then.
Okay. Don't overshare unless you need to. Okay. Thank you, Natalie. Yeah, go ahead, Martin.
Patricia, second circle isn't getting plowed out. Can you work with Lisa on that? Sounds like they're getting a pushback because it's lands or something really ridiculous.
We got all those parties right here in the room right now. We
Hey
can have.
Lisa, can we get second circle plowed out, please? Add it to your inventory.
We go back into executive.
Okay, we'll move back into executive. Please, let's get out of here at 3. And what is the title of the document? As a follow-up to last week's council directive to place hiring freeze and, austerity measures for budgets considering the direction from Washington DC and federal funding. We have additional direction to provide clarity to that action from last week. And there it is. So adjustments to the current position that we're in, and has three main parts. Any questions to it? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve it as Greg's presented. Motion by Martin. Second by Danielle. Any further discussion? See none, all is in favor, show of hands. Is that unanimous? Anybody abstaining or voting against? Okay, we have 9-4. Oh no. Is James back? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Mike and James, you guys voting for that?
Yes.
Okay. So 9-4, one abstention. Len? Go ahead, Martin.
I think I got the similar question to Carol, but the importance of the WEO program right now is a lot of our people in recovery are on that program. They're working different places and they really count on that funding. And so I would hope that we could figure out a way to keep supporting them in their recovery efforts, and that little bit of funds they get every 2 weeks from their paychecks helps a lot. So, and the stability as well. Thank you.
Go ahead, Greg.
I'll make sure to reach out to Rob McDonald after leaving this meeting to make sure it's properly distributed.
Especially to the workforce, I think that's where the questions really lie. Send it to Donald Trump too. No, I'm just joking. In regards to tomorrow at 10, Jordan, is that still on with the county commissioners in the council chambers? Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Hi, James.
Yeah, I have a 10 o'clock with Brian Upton. We have another call tomorrow afternoon. Him and I have a strategy session at 7 or at 9, excuse me. Thanks.
Good morning.
I know we discussed yesterday possibly having a meeting before our meeting to kind of discuss what we're going to talk to commissioners about. I don't know. I don't think we came to any consensus today. So maybe we could get Dan and whoever else to join. Jordan, could you mind doing that?
9 o'clock, right here. Okay. I'll do that, but I have to skip out at 10 too. I got a Columbia River. Okay, any other items for council? Otherwise, we'll see the majority of you at 9 o'clock here tomorrow morning. And drive safe. And anybody wants to come to my house and shovel snow, please feel come on by.